I'm Lisa Langlet, one of the assistant programmers at Burnaby Village Museum. Let's take a tour through the Jesse and Martha Love Farmhouse. It was built 1893. Let's see if anyone's home. Jesse and Martha Love actually came to Vancouver on the first transcontinental train. They were the only family on board. They brought a few of their children with them. They farmed in different areas of Vancouver and eventually purchased some land in Burnaby, and they built this home. They expanded, added big parlor onto the home about 1900, various different porches, a huge kitchen was added on about 1910, and more rooms upstairs. A lot of the reason for the expansion was because of the number of children they had. Jesse and Martha Love actually had 11 children. 3 generations of the family lived in the home from 1893 all the way until 1971. Well, this is actually the parlor of the farmhouse, and it's not an original room to the house. This is one of the rooms that was added on. And this room hosted many of their daughters' wedding receptions. We know this room was used for entertaining guests. We know that they were a very musical family. They would often play the piano, someone played the violin. It's very close to how they would have had their furniture arranged. We've tried to match up pieces. We even have a few original pieces that belong to the family that have been donated, such as the bookcase. The wallpaper in this room is actually a reproduction of the wallpaper that they really did have in this parlor. This is really the super kitchen that everyone wants to have in their own home. Wonderful in the 1920s to have the hot and cold running water and the use of an electric beady washing machine. As part of our big spacious kitchen is of course our bathroom, and it is just a bathroom. And the reason for having the bathtub in the kitchen was all because of the hot water. The water was being stored in a tank, and it would be drawn into the stove and heated through a system of coils within the stove. And then the water was stored in a large tank next to the stove. So you wanted your hot water supply close to where you needed it. We know that the Love family had a very early radio, and the family described it as a peanut tube radio. This is such an old radio, it didn't have a way of amplifying the music at this time. You actually had to use headsets, and you'd have to get an additional component for each headset that you wanted to plug into it. And let's put it on. I'd like to thank all of you for coming to visit Burnaby Village Museum.